Hey everyone, Zero JD here with the XBLA Fans Channel. I'm here to give you a quick taste of Fell Seal Arbiter's Mark. Very much a turn-based game that's a lot like Final Fantasy Tactics, and I'm enjoying this a lot. I'm about 3 hours in. I actually started over here with a entire murder thing happening here. You play as a little band of adventurers. So far the three ones that are most part of the cutscenes and stuff is these three here, Enadine, Reiner, and Kiri. I'm hoping I'm saying that correctly. These are three characters I actually created or recruited. I actually was given these two here, and then I recruited this one to make out my party of 6. If this will probably look familiar for anyone who has played anything that's a turn-based tactical RPG kind of game like Final Fantasy Tactics, Disgaea, stuff like that. So the story goes is that these three here are Arbiters, who are essentially these super police who are put into power by the Immortals, who aren't actually immortals, and that's actually important to the story. The Immortals were essentially came into power after they defeated a great evil. However, as the years passed, as the Immortals actually die, they get replaced by new Immortals who are Arbiters who have gone on a big pilgrimage. And sadly, slowly corruption has taken place, and Arbiters are actually corrupt now. They don't do their duties. They are actually the highest authority, judge, jury, and executioner. So they answer to no one except the Immortals and some specific rules. And that's all explained fairly early on and all that kind of stuff. But my character here has actually become a marked to go out on a pilgrimage to become an immortal after chasing down a character from the beginning who was named Alphonse, who is a noble criminal who just murdered a dude. And there's a whole bunch of intrigue going, the person he murdered was actually a spy who was spying on him to report corruption to an immortal on the basis of there being corruption in the Immortal Council and all that kind of stuff. It's actually slowly and very well explained throughout that. But as you can see here, these are my characters I have so far. I only have 6 because I'm only allowed 6 on the battlefield so far. I have and each of them you'll see has a subclass and a class. So right now I'm actually going to use my ranger as an example. I have my equipment, which is pretty standard. You equip stuff, stat boosts, all that fun stuff. Ability is where it gets interesting. Each class has their own abilities and all that kind of fun stuff here. So I actually have some abilities under mercenary I want to upgrade. So you get AP for doing actions in battle. You get experience points for doing anything in battle. You'll level up and all that kind of fun stuff. Actually, I don't want to use any of those points right now because I only have a certain amount of points that I have right now. So let's go to, I think my mage will probably be fine to do that on, or my wizard. No. I recently upgraded everyone, so I might not need to do anything. Oh, perfect. So she is actually about to get an ability that allows her to use a 2-handed weapon and a shield. So I'm going to go ahead and give her that. And now it's a passive ability. And of course there are abilities that you can set and stuff like that. So if I want to have trigger, I could have for the custom, the main class is where you get most of your abilities. You can then set your secondary class. Your custom is your secondary class, which you can pull from. So if I want to go to my main character here, she's a marked mercenary. But what I can do is set the abilities to be hey, I don't want that. I want my warcraft, my mercenary traits as my secondary class. So now I have the mercenary traits there. And then I have my passives and then counters and all that kind of fun stuff there. And of course you can change classes and stuff like that. And I believe there are a few more that I have not discovered yet. This class here did not appear until I unlocked the Ranger class. So there's probably more stuff that I've unlocked. And of course, each one's kind of explanatory and all that kind of stuff. Again, if you played any kind of thing, even some of the Final Fantasy games that had classes and stuff like this will be very familiar. So of course, I can go to towns and buy equipment. There's an arena here I have not unlocked yet, but I guess that's just many waves and stuff like that. I'm here. This is a temple where I have to go to one of my pilgrimages things. I'm not going to go there because that's big spoilers. What I actually am going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to patrol and fight, and I will show off the thing. It's actually, I am loving this game. So there's enemies all around here and all that kind of stuff. Defeat all foes. So at the beginning of this, I actually pick where my guys go. I'm going to put her here. Reiner's going to go there. She's going to actually go there because she's another one. My mage is going to go there. We're gonna actually put you here. Another one there, and we're gonna put Rainer here. And then we're gonna start. If you can see in the top, that's actually where the play order is. Rainer is very fast, so he gets to go first. He's gonna move. And you always want to kind of be facing enemies because attacks from the sides and back do more damage. And they get to take their turns. I've encountered like local wildlife and monsters and like that. So we're gonna move my Ranger up here. We're gonna use one of her abilities, which is Rooting Shot, to actually stop this person from moving any closer. That did miss, but I do believe we got the damage off. No, so it just missed. That was not good. So she's gonna move up. Move up. Attack. And as you can see here on the bottom right, I can do 37 damage. There's a 90% chance of hitting. I'm gonna go for it. And you can see they actually lost health at the top. This is my mage. I'm gonna actually use, so the main class of this one is a Plague Doctor, which has weird buffs and crazy stuff. So I'm gonna put Mass Thorns on everyone. So now when they get attacked, they will do back damage to them. And this is my marked lady. She's gonna go over here and attack from the side, who's gonna do 39 damage. And now we wait for them. So I have a Elementalist. I've actually invested in an ability that makes it so even if I target my own units, these attacks won't actually hurt me. So let's go ahead and take out this guy with some water magic, even though it looks like ice. So now you saw there, he just had a ability proc on him, which is Boon. So I believe that increases his critical attack chance. I am loving everything about this game so far. So we're gonna move you up. So he has some pretty fun attacks. He has a sneak attack. If you're behind or next to someone, it does a ton of damage. What I'm gonna try to do here is dirty hit and make them blind. They did not make him blind, but he did take a chunk of damage. And this is what the game's been, going between these areas, getting some story, then mostly going for a few areas and getting to a town and so on and so forth, battles, fun stuff like that. And like I said before, I love this game. I'm enjoying it so much. It's hard to like find anything bad to talk about. The AI is actually pretty smart. There are multiple difficulty levels, and you can actually tweak stuff to exactly how you want it. I had a NPC who was on my team, and he actually, when he got low on health, I'm like, great, he's gonna go and get himself killed, and I'm gonna fail the mission. He actually didn't. He actually backed off. He went into like, let's see, like, hold on. Let's say that he was like here fighting. He actually went over here and did an AoE heal for all my units. Like, that's just an example, but that's like, the AI is actually really good. As you see, they're getting experience as we go through. So I'm gonna actually move my person here. And we're gonna do some treatment, and we're gonna do a mass weaken to weaken these guys. She, unlike my wizard, does not have the ability to not target friendly units, so that's why I had to kind of go to the side there. See, you see how she has a spear? I can actually poke around people and go bam. And of course, you get more experience points when you kill someone. So as you can see, my units are within their attack range, but it will not actually hit them because of a secondary ability he has. It's also funny because you will see units very clearly not be like there'll be a knight as the first class, and then the caster as a secondary class, and they'll still do little damage. An interesting thing about this game is the potions. Potions are actually, let's see, I might lose her, but that's not terrible. So if you lose some all items that were on that list are actually consumables. Those are actually restocked at the beginning of every single battle. So you don't actually lose them if you keep using them. All right, so I believe she is gone. So what happens with her now is that she'll get an injury, and that will actually give her a debuff for any upcoming battles. I can revive her. There is not, in this mode, there is at least not permanent death in this mode. She will, if it goes down during battle, you'll have a injury status on her, and she'll have debuff stats. You can use her in the next battle, but she will still have those debuff. They will still have that debuff stat, or you can let them sit out of battle, and they will actually recover from that. The one exception to that is my marked character on the far right there, and she will never incur that status effect. And of course, different classes will have like different rates that they get more experience. I mean, more health and stuff like that. So I actually have. I'm gonna bam. So she has leveled up. So now I have much better magic attack. So this is probably gonna roast both of them. I like that they drop gum. That's hilarious to me. So if I get over here with him, let's say I attack him. Normally it's at 48 with a 48 health points with a 92%. But if I use his sneak attack, it's 58 with a 92%, and he does this fun little animation and murders them. And there it is. And then you get money at the end of it. You get goodies. You get ability points for all that kind of fun stuff. So she's going to have an injury. If I just go and play another battle and just not use her, I can go over here to a very easy one and just be like, hey, I just want to patrol. I can always go back here. A fun part about it, if you really want to customize your party, you can recruit. You can get like all the classes you unlock so far. You can change their gender. You can change their skin tone. You can change how they look. Like if I hit X, like look at all that randomization. And then you can pick their name. You can pick their portrait and all that kind of fun stuff like that. Like, look at all this stuff. Look at all this art. That looks cool. But so far, I haven't found any non-human characters to play as, but I have interacted with them and all that kind of fun stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if later on I do get that. I can also change an appearance of stuff like that and all that kind of fun stuff. So let's see. Who did we level up? I believe she did. So we're gonna learn some abilities. So marked. So I can get one of these, Wrathful Beam. So let's get Wrathful Beam there, and that will be an ability I can now use. But I am very much in love with this game. I'm enjoying it a lot. So if you need a new Final Fantasy Tactics game, Disgaea game, something that's like turn-based kind of like that with classes and all that kind of fun stuff, I would highly, highly suggest this. There are multiple difficulties. You can actually even make a custom difficulty. Let me actually see if I can't show that. And they have like a help compendium. So like look at all this stuff you can change. Like enemies item use, enemies have items, enemies revive, enemies passive and gather, enemies have like they have gear and all that kind of stuff. Like added extra enemies, raw stat scaling, like so much. I can turn off like the I can turn off the injury system, permadeath. Most people should probably not use this item. So once you get 5 injuries, you're gone. But there are your 3 characters. Like again, I would highly suggest this. This is Fel, Seal, Arbiter's Mark. I'm very much enjoying this game. Thank you very much for watching this. I am ZeroJD. This is the XBLA Fans channel. Please leave a comment if you have any questions, or if you just want to say hi. I will try to get back to you if I can. Check out our other videos. It helps us out a ton if you like, subscribe, and comment. Share the video too. Thank you. Have a nice day. Again, I'd highly suggest this.